is Warren Heir Jr. I'm a co-founder of the Mama Tried Show and Flat Out Friday. Let's see, how did Mama Tried get started? Scott Johnson, who's the other co-founder, we hit it off. We rode motorcycles together and had some fun.
Mama Tried started with Warren and I getting together and talking about it.
For years, like 3 years probably, he's like, let's do a bike show. Fuck no, that's stupid. I hate, bike shows suck.
The whole ambiance and the feeling that you get when it's just bland, there's nothing going on. And every time I get to one of them shows, I'm just so bummed out because it's just a drag. There was a lot of stuff there that looks like they just slapped a few bags on it, some mirrors, and rolled it into the show and called it a show bike. I didn't want that to happen.
I wanted to do something that was like a little bit more showcasey of like the bikes that we really liked. The bikes are just so beautiful and the craftsmanship is so rad, and nobody could see it.
Scott finally convinced me. He's like, man, we can just make it our own. We can have a lot of fun with it. Give it some soul. Give it some heart.
And that's kind of where it started from there.
The motorcycle world, it's just what we live and breathe every day.
Using Mama Tried to have some fun and be social and bring a bunch of different people together. Just let it happen. I think we've accomplished that. Mama Tried is a motorcycle show first off, right? That's the basis of it, but what it really is for me is like a social experiment of getting people together and different folks together, and motorcycles are glue, but after about an hour of looking at bikes, you're tired of that shit, so you want to move on and hang out and drink beers and tell stories.
The show and the idea of what we're trying to do has evolved a lot. So in the beginning it was like, let's have a party, let's show some bikes, let's cultivate relationships. Those were the things that we wanted to do. We showcase a lot of really, really fucking awesome motorcycles. But sometimes the bike isn't the most important part. It's the relationship, it's the person who built it, or the reason that they built it, or the reason that it came to our attention, or the person and how they have got into our world. That's what's most important.
Mama Tried is built around getting like-minded individuals in a room that wouldn't normally hang out. That's kind of how Scott and I got going. He was a big race guy. I hadn't raced at all, and with Scott also came Jeremy Prach.
My name is Jeremy Prach. I'm the, wait, let me start over. What's my title? All right, well, my name is Jeremy Prach. I'm part owner of Flat Out Friday. Well, it began, when did it ever begin?
We've all been friends for a long time. Jeremy and I were in a band together.
Scott had asked me at that time about the second Mama Tried if I could do the door, if I could collect tickets.
Selling tickets, slinging beers, whatever he could do, he's that kind of guy that just jumps in. He brings a good vibe.
I love the energy. It was so badass to me.
has had this like vision
And he came to us with the idea of doing Flat Out Friday.
of having an indoor motorcycle show.
So we thought that would be perfect.
Hell yes, let's make this happen. So we went straight into trying to figure out how to make Flat Out Friday happen, and he wanted to do something in Milwaukee.
My son was already racing flat track races at that time, and we would travel all around the country. I started to ask the local promoter if I could work, if I could flag a turn, put hot dogs in hot dog buns, whatever it was. But then I started to learn about how to race organize, how a flat track race works. So I took these skills, and I asked Scott, would you like to do a flat track race for the Mama Tried weekend? He said, absolutely. We went out for lunch, and I'll never forget that lunch.
I mean, we are an event company, but we're really an event organization that puts on parties.
It really is. It's fucking chaos.
That's how I see Mama Try going. It's just growing. It's great. I don't know. I'm Rob Elliott with Mama Tried Flat Out Friday. I'm in charge of logistics, making sure everything gets where it needs to get. I started as a volunteer that led into bartending shift and then just kind of slowly became part of the team over the years. My first memory of motorcycles is in standing on the street, crew of bikes rolled in, it was like thunder and it was awesome. And I don't know, they've just interested me ever since, man. I was like 8 years old at that time.
I was around bikes when I was a kid because my brother and I shared bikes, and my dad bought a brand new YZ80 for us, and it was like the greatest day of my life. I can't even put into words like it was just like throbbing with like magic, you know. And I just stood there and just bawled my eyes out. I was so pumped, like I just couldn't even stand like how cool it was and how lucky I felt.
Old bikers was how I was introduced. When I was born in a Harley shop, so my earliest memories are like sitting on old bikes in the driveway, you know, hanging out with all these guys. That was like the first entry into motorcycling.
Motorcycle culture is different. It's unlike any culture I've ever been with.
Bikes mean something different to everybody, but it's something that we all agree on.
And that's just how this whole group has come together.
It's a great show, it's a good time, it's good people. It's been fantastic, man.
That was wild. That's a good thing to be part of.
I don't see this as a business at all.
When it stops being fun, we're out.
It's a family. These are brothers and sisters.
Everybody parties and goes hard, and then it's over. But those are the best times in my life. We are Mama Tried.